Genocide is the most extreme form of war. I lived for many decades before I realized I was living on soil that had been tainted by the Native American genocide, the British who invented scalping and germ warfare. I never heard about the Herero genocide in 1904, the Germans taking the Hereros and slaughtering them in the Kalahari Desert. And then I never heard about the Armenian genocide, even though I'm Armenian. My grandmother never told me how she was captured and taken as a slave bride. Armenians after the genocide fled to all corners of the Middle East. 25,000 Armenians lived in Iraq. As Christians, they were in a bad position. Acid was thrown on an Armenian woman's face for not wearing a veil. Property was confiscated. Armenians that fled to Palestine, the Israeli government does not recognize the Armenian genocide. It chopped down ancient Armenian tuque trees and tried to confiscate part of the Armenian part of Jerusalem. I had never heard about the war between Armenia and Azerbaijan. I just went there in 1991 because there was the Armenian earthquake and I wanted to help my people, and no Western media on TV or the radio had ever told me about this war. And then when I got there and I saw children picking up body parts on the street of their parents, and I saw Armenians without eyes and heads and ears, and I realized that I had to become a part of the liberation struggle. And for 9 years, I was a volunteer in the Armenian freedom fight. You probably never heard of this war. It's still going on. My friends are on the front lines, dodging snipers and mines. And during the 9 years I was in this war, I realized that none of the women had anything to do with starting this war. They didn't have any power to stop the war. And in fact, the more I went into it, I realized there's a war against women. If you look at 50 million women being killed, girl babies in mainly Southeast Asia, if you look at 80 million women that have had clitoridectomies, if you look at all the women being raped and murdered, that there is this war. So I want to read this poem dedicated to Middle Eastern women, especially those Middle Eastern women which don't have the right to love each other. It's called Pomegranate Juice, and I just want to say, my name is Zaum, which means gone woman in the forest of the moons, and my Armenian name is Janusch. Pomegranate juice. Are Middle Eastern women hot lovers? What kinds of things do we have hidden in a well of pomegranate juice? Do you dream of warm palm oil rubbed between your toes? Camel bumps, humps, your frankincense. Hairy legs on your back, pressing wild musk. I am sliding in your sand dunes. Is my veil too heavy for you to lift off? Or can your muscles lift my veil to the moon? Rub that jasmine petal over my eyelids so I can see who scraped away your clitoris, who tried to sew together the labial lips of the sacred opening of life. Shall I cut open the stitches with my sharp tongue? Were you always married to that? Were you never married to that? Would you ever think of doing that with women? Belly to belly, breast to breast, an army of Middle Eastern women lovers. Kissing Kuwait women, Palestinian women resisting invaders, Armenian women freedom fighters, Iranian women's revolution. What good is a revolution that keeps men as masters? Where are the Middle Easterners fighting for a land of free women, matriarchal rebirth? Why is Mother Earth divided into male nations conquering each other? What women have escaped male domination? Yasmina, I want to know, who scraped away your clitoris? Will they stone me if I lick your public, private wounds? Will they jail us for sharing our love juices, women together? Or are we all under house arrest, guarded by families and husbands? What do women really do in Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, Oman, Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, Palestine, Armenia. What do women in the Fertile Crescent really do when the hot winds from the Red Sea bring them closer together?